College High School, the site of tonight's Philadelphia Catholic League basketball matchup between the Archbishop Wood Vikings and the LaSalle College High School Explorers. Bob Long here to bring you the broadcast, and this should be a really good one. The team that everybody's talking about in the Philadelphia Catholic League right now is Archbishop Wood, a team made up of all juniors last year. All they did was go 13-1 in the jam-packed Philadelphia Catholic League. They won the regular season title, fell in the semifinals, the first game at the Palestra, and then were on their way in the state tournament before everything was shut down due to COVID. So this is a group of seniors, 4 of which have already committed to go D1 at the basketball level, one of which is going to play Robert Jackson. He's a D1 football commit at the University of Cincinnati. So what was a veteran junior team, they all return, and it's going to be a big opportunity for this team in this program, led by John Moscow, one of the most talented coaches in the Catholic League, an opportunity for him to really make his stamp and return to the Philadelphia Catholic League title. They won it with Colin Gillespie. They won it with that tremendous group, Andrew Funk and others. Now they're looking to do it, led by Rasul Diggins, who's committed to a Big East school of his own. He's going to UConn next year, a very talented program. And on the LaSalle side, all they did was, hey, we see you, top Philadelphia Catholic League teams. Newman Goretti came to town on Friday night, and we're taken all the way to the final buzzer. Rob Wright, a freshman sensation, hit the game winner off the bank to save Newman Goretti. But Mike McKee, a third-year man, one of the most highly respected head coaches in this league, and for good reason, had his guys ready to play. This is a team, they have a couple seniors for sure, but they're playmakers. Nick Sperano, senior, he scored 2 points in that first game, was really bottled up. Newman Goretti said, hey, we're going to make someone else beat us. Horace Simmons took on that role, the sophomore at 6'5", scored 26 points in the game. Charles Ireland, the junior, as well as Sam Brown. Make that Charles Ireland the senior. Sam Brown, the junior, both tacked on 15 points as LaSalle played an excellent game by all accounts. Hung in all the way to the end and had chances to win. So now, that's about as tough of a 2-game start as you can ask a program to have, but Mike McKee has his guys ready to go. And this should be a big-time matchup here tonight. We'll send it down now to Chris Carabello, the public address announcer, as he'll get us ready for tip with the starting lineups.
The Interscholastic Athletic Association and LaSalle College High School promote and encourage sportsmanship. We ask that you be positive in supporting your team. Please avoid abusive or inappropriate language. We ask that you accept the decisions of tonight's PIAA officials as fair and impartial. Thank you for your cooperation. At this time, we ask that you please rise, remove your hats, and be mindful that we are always and everywhere in the holy presence of God. O God, in your goodness you gave the Church, John Baptist of LaSalle, as founder of a religious family devoted to teaching and the patron saint of education. Grant that all our athletes and fans may be able this day to follow his example of unflagging energy in pursuit of a goal, absolute loyalty to his brothers, and generosity to his opponents. As he founded the Christian schools to keep young people safe from harm and to develop the talents you gave them, grant that these young men who play today may do so free from injury and with an ever-growing respect for the gifts and strengths you have so richly blessed them with. St. John Baptist of LaSalle, pray for us. Live Jesus in our hearts forever. Please remain standing as we honor America, our men and women in the armed forces, and veterans of military service with the playing of our national anthem, performed and recorded by the LaSalle Concert Band.
Great job there by the LaSalle concert band, unable to be in person this season due to COVID, but still able to present the national anthem before this varsity game. And now time for the starting lineups. Archbishop Wood will be introduced first. Marcus Randolph, committed to Richmond next year, averaged 14.5 points per game last year en route to Archbishop Wood, winning the regular season title. You saw Rasul Diggins with a wave to the crowd. He's headed to UConn next year. Jalen Stinson headed to James Madison. Munir Newton has an offer from Delaware State and averaged 10 a game. And Deshaun Shepard announced last he averaged 13 points per game, headed to LaSalle University. Time for the Explorers of LaSalle to be introduced. Sam Brown, junior, running back on the football team, star here on the basketball team, 6 of 15 from the floor, 30 minutes. He filled it up, 15, 8, and 6. Nick Sforano, number 5, a senior and the leader of this team. Charles Ireland introduced next. He had a super efficient game, 6 of 7, 3 of 4 from beyond the arc in 30 minutes of play with 6 rebounds to boot against Newman Goretti in the loss. Horace Simmons scored 26. He was the leader of the LaSalle back in that game. And then Caleb Bryant, the sophomore, at 6'8" in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Excited to see what he can do in this game, providing size on the floor. All right, the stage is set. Archbishop Wood dressed in black, LaSalle dressed in the home whites, ready for basketball here in the Philadelphia Catholic League. Archbishop Wood, arguably the favorite in the league this year. I mentioned at the jump, this band of juniors was the number 1 overall seed, lost just once in regular season play last year, the Philadelphia Catholic League. Lost in a tough matchup against Roman Catholic in the semifinals of the Philadelphia Catholic League. Roman Catholic now Jalen Duranless and Justice Williams-less. And Archbishop Wood returns all 5 major scorers, only 7 points off the bench on average last year. This starting lineup, you'll see a lot of them. Robert Jackson will be first off the bench at 6'5". That one tipped out of bounds. It's going to be LaSalle basketball after a quick conference. Archbishop Wood comes out man-to-man. A 4-out, 1-in offense. Horace Simmons is fouled in the act of shooting. Munir Newton went up and got him. And you see the idea here from LaSalle. It's a quick pick and pop there. Got the ball to the big man, Caleb Bryant, running off that little natural hedge was Horace Simmons. Got a decent look. And a guy who shot the ball 18 times last Friday night. Early in on the action here today. Ill-advised there from Caleb Bryant. So Archbishop Wood gets their first opportunity. LaSalle on a 1-2-2, 3/4 court pressure. That's Jalen Stinson. Now Newton heads down the baseline, and that's off the knee of Horace Simmons. Good defense there from LaSalle. Off the back screen, Rasul Diggins couldn't hit it. And again, Caleb Bryant this time has trouble with it. LaSalle got a hand on it, couldn't get possession. They're going to run a similar play. This time LaSalle was up to task. Shepard at the top of the key. And good hands, Charles Ireland. Brown doesn't have any numbers. Doesn't seem to matter to him, and it's erased. Deshaun Shepard got up high. Chaotic sequence. Deshaun Shepard, no good. And that's going to be last touched by LaSalle. Long rebound hits the turf. You don't often see that. And there's a couple there where LaSalle got hands on it, could not come up with the defensive carom. Nice catch there. Rasul Diggins shows why he's a big-time player. Heading to the next level. Caleb Bryant comes up with that rebound. And a sloppy start on both sides. We're scoreless more than a minute in. That's a deep three for Verano. Banks it home. Quite the interesting first 90 seconds here. LaSalle with a 3-0 lead. Good ball movement there by Archbishop Wood. An open corner three as well short. Close out there by Charles Ireland. Here's Sam Brown. Dives to the 10. Wild one won't go. Bryant almost had the hand on it. Verano did a nice job to put that ball down and start dribbling. Same spot. And that one's short. Wood up the floor. Stinson, open three, Shepard, no. Couple of good looks for the Vikings haven't gone. And Nick Verano just stepped on the line. LaSalle had a game canceled. They were supposed to play Archbishop Ryan earlier this week. Archbishop Wood was set to play Newman Goretti on Tuesday. That was canceled because of the snow. And it looks like both of these teams are coming back after 6 days off. Fight for the rebound down low. Shepard comes up with it, and that one's good. And that's the third or fourth offensive rebound that Archbishop Wood has. And in all those situations, LaSalle got some sort of hand on it. The Vikings very active on the offensive glass. Bad pass there from Bryant. Numbers for Archbishop Wood. And nice job defensively by Horace Simmons. Too easy that time for Manu Newton. (4-3), Vikings lead. Simmons giving a deep three, in and out. Here's Diggins. Diggins with the Euro step. That's too strong off the glass. LaSalle forced to reset against the Wood. Man-to-man poke from behind by Diggins. Jackson Conroy checks in the game, replacing Caleb Bryant. LaSalle going small here with just Horace Simmons at 6'5" or above. I think LaSalle would be well advised for additional patience here. And that one's out of bounds. Should be last touched by LaSalle. It goes back to Archbishop Wood. Timeout called, Mike McKee. Not particularly happy with the team's offensive start. I think John Moscow shares the same sentiment heading into the huddle. Timeout on the floor. Let's tell you about the good folks at the Binsfeld lending team at Cross Country Mortgage. Keith Binsfeld, a true professional and a seasoned veteran in the industry, not to mention a graduate of LaSalle College High School. If you're looking for a new home, he is the mortgage consultant and the residential mortgage specialist for you. He helped my wife and I get into our dream home just this past March, and we couldn't recommend Keith any higher to those who are looking to make the plunge and buy a home, whether it's your primary residence or you're looking to get down the shore and own a home down there this year. Reach out to Keith. He can help you anywhere. Keith Binsfeld of the Binsfeld team at Cross Country Mortgage. We join you from high above here at LaSalle College High School, and we talked about this last week, but the new camera installed here from LaSalle, normally we would have a number of folks run the camera for us over the course of a given year. This year, nobody's running the camera. It's actually powered by AI and follows the movement on the court. So we're moving I don't know, past the 21st century at this point. Great to have this option for streaming, and great that everybody can be with us here today on Bob Long Sports. Archbishop Wood 4, LaSalle 3 out of the timeout, halfway home here in the first quarter. Jalen Stinson. Good extra pass to get it to the top of the key, and Diggins, too short, and it's another offensive rebound by Archbishop Wood, but they throw it away. LaSalle should feel no pressure to play to Archbishop Wood's pace. We know that the Vikings love to run it and gun it. That one doesn't go from Sam Brown. Tough shot, no good. There's Jackson Conroy coming off the bench to grab a key rebound. Leading the break and throws that one at the feet of Horace Simmons. Another turnover by LaSalle. Now Mike Knaus checks into the game, number 14 for Archbishop Wood. Wood very quickly breaks that pressure all the way to the hole. Count it, and one. Marcus Randolph. He's got 4. Horace Simmons, his first personal foul, team's first. And that is something that Wood struggled with in the last game out against Conway League in a convincing 80-45 win, but 13 for 25 from beyond the from the free throw line. Shepard to the hoop. That's no good, and Horace Simmons brings it down. LaSalle gives it right back, though, and a big two-handed flush for Deshaun Shepard. Make that 7 or so turnovers in the first quarter for LaSalle. 2 in succession. Simmons open for 3. Rebound corralled there by Diggins. Diggins inside, throws it through the hands of Knaus. .2:13 to go, 8-3. A particularly sloppy start here tonight in the Philadelphia Catholic League. Conroy off the ball screen. There's Nick Ferrano, the floater. Cuts it to 3. And that one is thrown away. Stinson just wasn't looking. Now Verano, he's open for 3. And that one barely drew the iron. There's a blocking foul called against Nick Verano. Tried to get set. Stinson ran through him. Officials saying he didn't give him Stinson an opportunity to land after he went up to catch that basketball. Here's Robert Jackson checking in, defensive lineman for the Archbishop Wood football team, and headed to the University of Cincinnati to play that same position next year. Super long arms, wide frame, can move mass around inside. There's Stinson, guarded by Connor Donahue. That's great defense. And here comes LaSalle the other way off another turnover. Nick Verano for 3, short. And that one's going to be tipped by Archbishop Wood, and it's LaSalle basketball. Couple of good looks there for Nick Verano, though. You'll certainly take that. And they will start to fall. I mentioned some of the statistics from each of these teams' first games of the season. Got those courtesy of Huck Palmer. That's at Huck Palmer on Twitter. Did a great job putting together box scores and anticipate he will again. I will be very interested to see how many turnovers on a combined basis occurred through the first 8 minutes. So, Tuck, if you're watching and keeping tabs, I'd be very interested to see. Under a minute to play. 8-5, Archbishop Wood. There's a deep three, well short. Here comes Sam Brown. Archbishop Wood, in their win against Conwell Egan in the first quarter of their opening game, scored 31 points. They led 31-8 over the Eagles of Conwell Egan. Well, Salle holds the basketball with 25 seconds left, looking to take the last shot. Or Sam Brown gets to the hole, count it, and one, an opportunity to tie with 21 seconds left. Brown can't complete the three-point play. Ten seconds, and it's Diggins. Looking to take a high ball screen from Canals. Open three in the corner. It's good. Final seconds. LaSalle does get the shot off. It'll come up well short. And that is the first 8 minutes. 11-7, Archbishop Wood with the lead over LaSalle. Time to tell you about Jim McLaughlin and Carrie Guerin Boyle of the Carrie Guerin Boyle team at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Fox and Roach Realtors. We talked about Keith Binsfeld in the first break, but if you're working with Keith and you're looking for a realtor to help you either through the buying or the selling process, Jim and Carrie are the way to go. Jim McLaughlin, longtime LaSalle man, Carrie Guerin Boyle, part of a LaSalle family as well, and they are incredibly dedicated to this school and helping the constituency within it. They helped my wife and I as well in that same home purchase that I talked about. And again, they are just the pinnacle of professionalism and walked us through the process from start to finish, got us exactly where we needed to be. It's an important decision. It's a big life choice, either to buy or to sell. You need to have the best people representing you. And Jim McLaughlin, Carrie Guerin Boyle, they're the people for it. You see their contact information below. Get in touch with them. It's an important thing, and we're heading into the spring season. Look inside John Moscow's huddle there. Now we'll swing it back to the other side. Mike McKee and John Moscow going toe-to-toe here, and clearly the defensive scheme's working on both sides. Both teams a bit out of sorts offensively. Finally, some film to watch from both sides, and it appears that these defensive gurus went to work with that over the course of the last week or so. Let's see if there are any adjustments coming out into the second quarter here. Archbishop Wood to start with the basketball. LaSalle's been able to contest at the hoop. They've coerced a bunch of turnovers themselves. And Deshaun Shepard had trouble there, got up a little bit lame. Nice back cut. Canals is open for three. And you hear Mike McKee, slow it down. No need to play Archbishop Wood's pace. That's the message from this LaSalle bench. Chris Williams just checked into the game. Dangerous pass there. Skip pass for Jackson Conroy. Got his defender in the air. Simmons for three. It's good. And that is the type of offense that Mike McKee wants to see. Patient, diligent, made the extra pass, got it into the hands of a fantastic three-point shooter who was 6 for 10 in last week's game. Michael Canals answers right back. Here's Ireland with his back to the basket. Tough pass there, not a great decision. And now Archbishop Wood, Shepard, and Jackson Conroy fouled him hard. Made that one tough to get it above the rim. Shepard will shoot 2 at the line. Conroy picks up his first personal foul, team's third. Stinson checks in for Archbishop Wood, replacing Knaus, who gave good minutes off the bench. And Archbishop Wood does bring some half-hearted full-court pressure. Archbishop Wood guarding all the way out to the logo, and they induce a travel. Sam Brown, Nick Verano check into the game. Just a quick rest for them to begin the second quarter. Connor Donahue, Chris Williams comes out of the game. Diggins thought about the 3, and that's intercepted there by Simmons. Got on the floor and was fortunate to get it to Verano. That's great hustle there to make the initial steal and to get on the floor to get it. 5:58 to go, second quarter. Sam Brown rises, can't hit it. In transition, numbers for Wood, a pull-up. Might have been a long 2 foot. Thought it might have been on the line. No, a 3 goes there from Marcus Randolph. And the LaSalle coaches share my sentiment. 19-10, Vikings lead. Charles Ireland in and out. Here's Diggins. Turns on the Jets through the lane. Oh, baby, what a finish. Headed to the University of Connecticut next year. Brown inside. Off his leg. It's Wood basketball. Great defensive play by Russell Diggins. That's one you'll take there if you're LaSalle. Brown had his man beat, got to the hoop. Just an excellent defensive play by one of the best players, if not the best player in the Philadelphia Catholic League. Randolph has had a nice game so far. Another one. Teardrop from deep. That one brought rain, and it's 24-10. An important couple of minutes in this game here for LaSalle. It was tight in the first quarter. There's Conroy open for 3. Somehow stayed down. Verano in and out. And how about that baseball pass? Another one. Archbishop Wood unafraid to run, unafraid to shoot it from deep. Conroy, though, comes down with that one. It's a style of basketball you just don't often see, and you need the right type of guys to play it. But Wood, unafraid to throw it all 94 feet at a time if needed. Quickly to the hoop. There's going to be a nudge against Horace Simmons. His second, team's fourth. Connor Donahue checking in for Jackson Conroy. Stinson thought about the 3, instead all the way to the 10, taken away by Simmons. The long arms of the 6'5 sophomore. Now Brown to the hoop. Off the glass, too strong. And Wood, no numbers. It's 2-on-3. Doesn't seem to matter for Randolph. So dangerous in transition. And that one's kicked away. Another live ball turnover. Jalen Stinson. It's 28-10. Timeout, Mike McKee. Archbishop Wood on some kind of run right now. 2:49 to play, second quarter. Shows how quickly this team can strike. They scored 11 points in the first quarter, but even then you felt, too many turnovers from Archbishop Wood for their liking. Had some missed shots in the lane. They found their stride in the second quarter, and it's been live ball turnovers creating some easy looks for the Archbishop Wood Vikings. Time to tell you about our favorite dealership. That's Dunphy Ford in the Northeast. 7700 Frankfort Avenue in Mayfair. DunphyFord.com. If you're looking to buy a new or used car, Dunphy Ford is the place. A great LaSalle family. Kevin Dunphy, one of our favorites, and he's been with us since the very beginning, supporting Bob Long Sports and LaSalle College High School athletics. Give them a visit. They are taking folks on a socially distanced basis. They do have some great inventory in there now, and they have your car waiting for you at 7700 Frankfort Avenue. Dunphy Ford, a proud sponsor of LaSalle Athletics and Bob Long Sports. .244 to go. Archbishop Wood in control. An important 2:30 if LaSalle wants to think about making this one a game in the second half. Opportunity to cut it, maybe in half. Har Simmons, he'll start that. Now important defensively here for LaSalle. Archbishop Wood, they'll take the shots quickly. You just have to contest. If he can get a few stops, who knows? Right now, Shepard going to work. Great cut, up and under, no. But he got the rebound, somehow couldn't get it over the front rim, and it is LaSalle basketball. A physical game inside, but LaSalle gets the stop they need. Still a ways to go here, but 28-12. Connor Donahue with the ball at the top of the key running the offense. Nice back screen, opens up Donahue, yes. And just like that, 5 straight for LaSalle. $1:44 to go first half. Here's Stinson trying to dive into the hoop, no good. Another quick miss. Ireland is open for 3. Back iron, no, and that would have been a big one there for LaSalle. Too easy that time in transition, Munir Newton. Nice job by Stinson running the break. Tough pass there. Ran out of room, and now Archbishop Wood the other way. Randolph has been so good, that one went off his knee and out of bounds. Jackson Conroy will check in, replacing Nick Sperano. 58 seconds to play here in the half. Another bucket or two would be big for this Explorer team heading into the break. Archbishop Wood, on the other hand, trying to get a stop and then lay the hammer down themselves in the final few possessions of the half. Simmons in and out. Some teams might hold for the last possession. Archbishop Wood, not one of those teams. Jalen Stinson, nice floater in the lane. Ireland checks the clock. And a foul called against Stinson, just Archbishop Wood's third as a team. Still plenty to give here if they choose in the final 9 seconds. Verano double teamed, got rid of it. Still 4 seconds to play. Brown for 3. Simmons tries to put it up, and they're going to call that on the floor. Simmons tried to emphasize the release pattern there, but LaSalle does get the foul call. 0.4 seconds left. Anything 0.3 or higher, you can catch and shoot. So time for Mike McKee's best out-of-bounds inbounds play. Going to come underneath their offensive basket. Connor Donahue to throw it in. Oh, he has him. Charles Ireland got it off. Did not go. Great play there. Archbishop Wood fell asleep, but LaSalle, nothing to show for it. 32-15 Archbishop Wood. A solid second quarter. Outscoring LaSalle in that quarter 21-8. And this portion of today's game is brought to you by our partners at E&M Insurance, an independent local insurance agency serving the area's business and personal insurance needs. Owned and operated by Chris Marr, class of 1989, and father of Brendan and Ryan from 2018 and 2020, respectively, here at LaSalle. Located in North Wales, Pennsylvania, E&M Insurance has been servicing the Delaware Valley insurance needs since 1988. Built on the principles of providing superior customer service and quality insurance solutions for their customers. They're an independent agent, so it works with highly rated insurance companies that have proven their performance over the years. They can provide solutions for your business or personal insurance on all levels. They excel at finding the best coverage at the best rates, especially for those of you in the LaSalle community with youthful aged drivers. You can call E&M Insurance to see if they can improve your coverage and save you money. Find them on the web at eandeminsurance.com. That's E-A-N-D-M insurance.com, or find them on Facebook. Thanks, everybody, for being with us tonight on Bob Long Sports. Halftime from LaSalle, and we'll be right back.
Dunphy Ford is Mayfair's neighborhood Ford store.
Nobody knows your neighborhood like Dunphy Ford.
Nearly 40 years.
Right here on Frankfurt Avenue.
Generation after generation. Our neighbors continue to be our customers. We have access to the cars and trucks you want with financing you need.
Dunphy Ford is Northeast Philly's first choice for America's #1 brand. 7700 Frankfurt Avenue in Mayfair. Online at www.dunphyford.com.
Come experience the Dunphy difference. You'll be glad you did.
My name is Patrick Donahue, a franchise consultant with FranChoice, the premier network of franchise consultants in America. FranChoice is a company that helps people find a franchise business that's the perfect fit for them. We work with the people who want to own a business but don't really know how to find one that's both a top-notch opportunity and a great match. We specialize in franchise opportunities with the following 3 characteristics: low investment, high margin, and rapid break-evens. The best thing about our service is that it's free to the public. We're paid by franchise companies for this service. The process is simple. First, we do an introduction. Then the candidate provides me with information. We have a consultation based on that information, and we build what's called the model. Once we have that model, we'll share that with 3 great opportunities that match your criteria. I will follow up with you through the entire process. Obviously, the best opportunities fit the criteria mentioned above, and the right way to find those opportunities is to spend some time with the people who work with the very best franchise companies looking to expand in your local area. I'm humbled by your consideration, and I look forward to speaking with you soon.
I'd say that LaSalle fuels my passion because it has such great programs with what I'm interested in.
LaSalle affords you the opportunity to get involved in as much as you possibly want to. There's tons of different clubs and activities with any different interest you could have.
No matter what you're doing, you'll be supported by your peers, and LaSalle will become a place that you love to go to and you will want to go to every day.
I think it was pretty easy to make friends. I feel like the most friends I made came through my extracurriculars.
What I love about LaSalle is you could make relationships with other people by getting out of your comfort zone. That's what LaSalle really teaches us, to be open and be open to meeting new people.
You're always going to gain something from clubs. Even if you find out that that club isn't for you, you're still going to pull something away from it, come out with new friends, have new connections.
Getting involved definitely helps you meet new people.
You want to come to LaSalle because you want to be able to explore. You want to be able to try a number of different opportunities we have to offer here.
You're going to really discover what it means to be not only a LaSalle gentleman, but also develop your own passions and have all these different opportunities to try things that you might not have had otherwise.
What does your character look like? Does it bounce back after each setback? Does it stand out by standing up? Does it make good on good intentions? Character is invisible until it's not. Only through action will the world know what it's made of, what you're made of. Find out how you can strengthen the character of your community alongside empowered veterans and families of the fallen at travismannion.org.
The motto here is enter to learn and leave to serve. Not only are you expected to be great academically or athletically, but we also expect you to help serve your community.
Starting freshman year, LaSalle really introduces you to service through freshman branch out day, which is required for all the freshmen, and that kind of gives you an idea of what kind of service the LaSalle offers.
Administering service is important at LaSalle because it's voluntary. It's not mandatory. Kids can participate in whatever service program they want to. We have a ton of service programs during the school year, but then there's also summer service trips.
Every day after school there'll be trips into Philadelphia or the surrounding communities, and then during the summers there's service trips for juniors heading into their senior year to different places like Puerto Rico, Rome, Navajo Nation, St. Lucia, California.
One of my favorite ones is the Secret Santa service trip. On Christmas Eve, during the morning, you go to people's houses and deliver presents to them who aren't as fortunate, so they wouldn't be getting those presents if we didn't go deliver them.
Service does allow you to make new friends or get closer to your peers that you didn't think you were close with.
Sometimes I wonder, why I'm doing service. I have a lot of things on my plate, but the feeling that I get after I go there, it's beyond anything.
Other kids who come from less fortunate families, they don't have the same opportunities that we have. So what we can do is give those less fortunate kids a way of life, a way of where we could give them what we have so that they could benefit and be able to learn from us so that they could be the best versions of themselves.
The coaches at LaSalle are great because they strive for you to be your best.
I was able to maximize my full potential in terms of opportunity in football, wrestling, and lacrosse.
They're going to be pushed to be the best they can be in the classroom, on the field, in the pool, and just overall as a person.
Student first, athlete second. Before you have success on the field, you have to have success in the classroom so you can be on the field.
One thing I think makes LaSalle Athletics stand out are the facilities that we have. One thing I think makes the athletic programs here so strong is definitely the coaching and the staff.
I think I've improved as a competitor here at LaSalle because I'm always being pushed by coaches and by my peers. Seeing my peers work hard makes me want to work harder as well.
no matter what your interests are, every single person here is going to make sure that you're able to fulfill your dreams and what you want to do.
What allows us to keep winning is just our really strong sense of tradition and pride. We know that 30 years before us they won the PCL, so we're going to go out there and we're going to do our best to succeed like the guys before us did.
Welcome back, folks. Inside LaSalle College High School, have a score to report. A game that started at 6 o'clock earlier today. Roman Catholic traveled to Archbishop Carroll to take on the Patriots, and it was Roman Catholic, led by Matt Griffin. 76, Archbishop Carroll 47, a convincing win. And another strong Roman Catholic team. Certainly a lot of talent on that Roman Catholic roster, even with the losses of Jalen Duran and Justice Williams. Perhaps it's a team like Roman and a team like Archbishop Wood that could be fighting for the Catholic League crown this year. An impressive team down there in Center City, Philadelphia at Broad and Vine. LaSalle trails this one 32-15. Archbishop Wood had an offensive explosion in the second quarter. LaSalle tried to hang tight. It was an Archbishop Wood 17-0 run that took the game from 11-10 to 28-10, an 18-point deficit, and LaSalle hung in for the final 2 or 3 minutes of that second quarter. But, you know, an important first few minutes of this third quarter for LaSalle, trying to keep this one tight. They've done some good things. There's no doubt about that. They have made things tough at the hoop at times for Archbishop Wood. They've contested, but a few too many offensive rebounds allowed from LaSalle and a few too many live ball turnovers. You know, that's been a big part of the difference. John Moscow and his team, conversely, looking to find a way to stretch this 17-point lead and put LaSalle out of it right away. But as we've known, these LaSalle teams have been pesky. 17 points was the deficit just 2 years ago in the Philadelphia Catholic League playoffs when Archbishop Carroll coughed up that lead. LaSalle won the game, went to the Palestra, and ended up in the Philadelphia Catholic League Championship. And it's a different Wood team, no doubt about it, than even that Carroll team. But LaSalle trying to keep the faith in that Mike McKee huddle, trying to get off the on the board very quickly in this third quarter. We'll see what we got here. A good Thursday night of Philadelphia Catholic League action. Appreciate everybody joining us here on Bob Long Sports. You can follow us on Twitter and follow our YouTube page for all our programming updates of LaSalle College High School sports and beyond. LaSalle in white, Archbishop Wood in black, underway here in the third. And a turnover. Diggins comes up with it, and he's fouled. There goes the mask. Horace Simmons, he's going to pick up his third personal foul. That is of significance. LaSalle comes out in zone and they get a steal. Here's Verano. Felt that pressure coming from behind. Ireland for three. It's good. He was 3 for 4 from beyond the arc in last Friday's games. Unbelievably efficient in that one. So LaSalle gets a stop, another stop. Ireland hits the three. Now he pulls up and hits. We got ourselves a 10-point game just a minute into this third quarter. Shepard in rhythm for three. It's good. Nicely done rotating at the top of the key there, giving Shepard that open look. A little off-ball screen. It's a 15-point game, 35-20. Simmons, tough shot. Got the roll. And there's going to be foul against Charles Ireland. Ireland, 5 quick points to start the second half. He's been huge for this team. Horace Simmons put in another deuce. Just his first personal foul, team second here in the second half. Wood, by my count, 2 of 4 from the line here this evening, 3 of 5. They got to the free throw line 25 times against Conwell Egan. That wasn't the problem. Only hit 13 shots. But again, that game was over before the second quarter began. It was 31-8. Wood was in full control from the jump. This one, LaSalle trying to climb back in. What a pass that was. Conroy for 3. And that's a really good look. LaSalle will take that. Shepard, he just hit one, and he's getting hot. Allows Archbishop Wood to set up the full court pressure. Simmons, and that was telegraphed. Here comes Russell Diggins. Shepard, heat check? Yep. It's going to be LaSalle basketball. Last touched by Diggins. Sam Brown gets to the hoop. That's a tough shot. Got his own rebound, and that one's erased down low. No numbers for Wood here. Doesn't seem to matter for Stinson. Russell Diggins. Wow. Doesn't go. And it's blocked there down low. Newton taken off his hands now, and here's Simmons coming the other way. Deep 3 for Verano, yes. I'll tell you what, Shepard was guarding him a few steps beyond the three-point line, nearly took it from the logo. That's what it's taken for Nick Verano to get an open look. Every time he catches the ball, you're hearing shooter called from the Archbishop Wood bench. The key for Verano is to pick your spots, make your tough ones like that, and create open space for your teammates. And that one, Verano got the block. Here comes LaSalle in transition. Simmons to the hoop. Too strong off the glass. It's a great look. Good transition. Great defensive play by Verano. You'll take that look. LaSalle coming with energy here in the second half. They've only cut into the deficit by 3. But again, you have to be happy with the effort if you're Mike McKee. Full timeout here on the floor. Hope you're enjoying this content here on Bob Long Sports. Appreciate the opportunity to be here with you all and broadcast LaSalle College High School and Philadelphia Catholic League basketball. We'll tell you about our newest sponsor, FranChoice. If you or someone you know is in a career transition, you need coaching. Figure out how to make your career and your big dreams come true. Be it a business of your own or a new job, you can get coaching for free from Patrick Donahue at FranChoice. Check him out on the web. He can help your dreams come true. 39-25 your score. As we pan from huddle to huddle here at LaSalle College High School, another shout out to the good folks in the multimedia department here and in the athletic department at LaSalle for putting in this camera. It's been a really nice addition to our broadcast. It's an AI camera, so it's following the motion on the floor. We don't have anybody running the camera. We have it engineered high above the floor here, so giving you a higher angle than you would normally get for a high school basketball game, and we're thrilled to be bringing you the action here on Bob Long Sports. Rasul Diggins, guarded by Charles Ireland. Diggins, so tough inside. There's the tip, no. Verano, good catch. He'll get to the hole, and that one is blocked. Two guys were in there on it. Stinson got it to go. Nice pass there from Rasul Diggins. LaSalle was calling for the travel, but he didn't really possess it and got rid of it in time. And again, that's a great play there by the Explorers, but just met by more athleticism and an aggressive style of play that results in the block and then the easy bucket on the other end. This Wood team is quite simply really good. There's another giveaway. 3-on-1. Big time flush. Munir Newton. That one's well short, but Brown got the rebound off a graze of the hoop. Wow, so good. Rasul Diggins. Lowered the shoulder just enough, kept the elbow in, avoided the charge call, and got to the other side of the hoop to avoid the shot blocker. Wood in control, and the 5-second violation. The team, it defends with so much intensity and aggressiveness. They're coming flush on the catch. 30 feet from the basket. Not giving LaSalle any room to breathe. What a learning opportunity here for this LaSalle team. I mean, this is a team that's going to win a lot of games in the Catholic League. They nearly took down Newman Goretti last weekend, but Archbishop Wood showing something special from the end of the first quarter on here. It's a 21-point game. Ireland through traffic, great finish. And again, LaSalle hanging, making buckets like that. $1:49 to go, Diggins for three, bang. And the train is rolling for John Mosco's squad right now. A very efficient third quarter for this Viking team. Brown for three. And again, the rebound opens up transition. Marcus Randolph. Now Caleb Bryan getting some run in the varsity game, got to the hoop, and a foul called against Archbishop Wood. That's the first team foul. So for as physical as this third quarter has been, just the third foul total, first against Archbishop Wood here in this third quarter. The officials are letting them play. John Donahue checks in, as does Robert Jackson. Chris Williams checks in for Sam Brown. Here comes Verano off the double screen, got a really good look. Offensive rebound there by Connor Donahue. Verano, that's a deep three, it's good. Good for Verano, 2 big-time threes from major distance. Diggins finishes at the hole. Such long strides from Rasul Diggins, knows exactly where he is on the floor. And Diggins got the pickpocket. He'll throw it down. Boy, does this kid have some Tony Carr in him or what? Those same long strides, just gets to the hoop. Sometimes it looks like he's traveling, but he just gets to where he needs to go. Verano open for three. That's the end of the third quarter. Archbishop Wood 57, LaSalle 32. And this is about as good a compliment as I can give to Archbishop Wood. I felt like LaSalle hit some really tough shots. They scored 17 points in the quarter, and the deficit went from 17 to 25. John Mosco's squad has it going on. They blew out Conwell Egan, and LaSalle, while hanging tough through three, finds themselves in quite the hole. Tell you one more time about the Binsfeld lending team. At Cross Country Mortgage, Keith Binsfeld, a wonderful residential mortgage specialist. Rates, they're quite low right now. It's a great opportunity to buy, but it's also a tough time to buy. You have to make sure that you have the proper pre-approvals before you even walk into a home. Keith Binsfeld can help you with that process. He can give you tips and tricks to make sure that when you do present an offer, it's going to be a compelling one for the sellers to consider. If you're looking for a new home, Keith Binsfeld, a residential mortgage specialist. Also a great time if you haven't refinanced your home. Since the rates dropped a few years ago, Keith's ready to take your call. Keith Binsfeld at Cross Country Mortgage, a proud LaSalle graduate and a proud sponsor of Bob Wong Sports and LaSalle Athletics. Headed to the fourth quarter. Robert Jackson got good position inside. Did all that work ahead of time. Good feed inside there by Randolph. Here's Simmons. And a foul called. Second team foul against Archbishop Wood in the second half. Good feed inside. Williams took the contact and will shoot two at the line. Williams, a junior, has gotten some good minutes off the bench in the first few games of the season. One more at the line. We talked a little bit about where these Archbishop Wood players are going at the top. Jalen Stinson with the ball now is heading to James Madison University. Averaged 14.5 points per game last year, a key to this team. But really, all five of these guys, it feels like they've been playing together for 10 years. And now finally in their senior campaign. They were a dangerous 6 seed 2 years ago. And 2 years ago was the year that LaSalle had all those seniors and made it all the way to the PIAA state semifinals. Made it to the Philadelphia Catholic League Championship. They lost to Roman Catholic in that game, came back and beat the Cahillites in the quarterfinals. And I remember one of the last games of that regular season was when Rasul Diggins, Deshaun Shepard, Jalen Stinson, a bunch of these guys were sophomores at the time. And you just had a feeling that this team was coming. And it was going to be a tough team 2 years from then. Turns out they were ready to go last year. Just the one loss in Philadelphia Catholic League play, and now they are the favorites to return as regular season champs and to win the Philadelphia Catholic League if there is a championship game to be played. Jackson Conroy for three. Shepard all the way to the hole, and a foul called against Horace Simmons. That's his fourth. Looks like Deshaun Shepard caught a finger in the eye there. Now John Moscow going to go take a look at Deshaun Shepard. It looked just like a reach-in foul to me. He went for the ball, maybe got some, certainly got him up a little higher than he wanted to. And they're going to take a look at Deshaun Shepard. Dave Crow, the trainer here at LaSalle, going to walk him to the back part of the bench here. Hope that Shepard's all right. Heck of a player for this Archbishop Wood team, and you hate to see anybody get hurt in a game like this. Diggins left his feet, but Wood fortunate to get it back here. 6:30 to go. Robert Jackson again did the work ahead of time. That time couldn't finish, though. And Simmons went behind his back at the wrong time. It is going to stay LaSalle basketball. Fortunate there for the Explorers. Went behind his back and through the legs, and certainly that was tough. When you got a couple of voracious defenders coming at you. 6:16 to play. Here's Caleb Bryant. A sophomore going to work. Nearly got it to fall, but that was a good move to get to the hoop. Randolph has had a nice game. Hesitation dribble, creates the open look in the corner, and it's good. That's Mike Knaus. That's his second three of the night, and he's put in good work off the bench as well. Brown, left-handed finish, and one. Big time for Sam Brown. Hasn't quite had the game today that he did against Newman Goretti, but I came away totally impressed by Brown in that game. 15 points, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists against Newman Goretti. And the only part of the game that wasn't really there was the three-point shot. He was 0 for 3 from beyond the arc, but efficient otherwise, filled it up, and is a big key to this LaSalle team's success the rest of the year. Sam Brown kept it in. Look at the extra effort there. Comes back in bounds, but not quite. Tried to reestablish himself on the sideline. But again, I mentioned Stinson going to James Madison. Rasul Diggins is the biggest name recruit and biggest name player on this Archbishop Wood team. He's headed to the University of Connecticut, who's having a bit of a rebirth of their own after being down for a few years. They were in the American Athletic Conference. They returned to the Big East. First year they're back in the Big East, and it does just feel like home for Hurley and this UConn team. Rasul Diggins going to be a key to that program's success and has the opportunity to play right away. There's a giveaway. Diggins is open, doesn't get the ball. Instead, the lob. Couldn't quite finish. Munir Newton got it back. Another one won't go. Verano, there's Brown. And that should be a goaltend, and indeed it is. Nothing easy, though, tonight. There's no doubt about that. Munir Newton's had a nice game. He's got an offer from Delaware State. Deshaun Shepard, who got hurt just a few minutes ago, still being looked at, but seems to have all his faculties and is talking with Dave Crow, the LaSalle trainer. He's headed to LaSalle University to play under Ashley Howard, who's doing a nice job. They are the Giant Killers. Took down the top 3 preseason A-10 schools over the course of this year. Richmond, Dayton, and then St. Louis just a night ago. And who's the last one I missed? Marcus Randolph headed to Richmond next year, the aforementioned Richmond Spiders. Caleb Bryant got all the way to the hole. Nice finish. The big man has shown his ability to square up a defender and get to the hole with the right hand. Nice play defensively by Chris Williams as well, picking the pocket of the UConn commit. Now Donahue got into the lane. The hook won't go. .4:19 to play. Archbishop Wood in control of this one. Salle looking to get a double team there, but Stinson would not bite. Now another giveaway. Williams, he'll attack. And a left-handed finish kept it away from the shot blocker, Diggins. Munir Newton, good finish there. Bit of a Euro step, took it high against Caleb Bryant. What do we got here? And Charles Ireland got one in the nose. So he'll take a seat. Jackson Conroy will take his place. Dave Crow coming across your screen. He's having a busy night. Looking at Shepard on the one side. He's holding his nose, and Ireland doing the same thing. Looks like both of them got popped in the nose, and again, Dave Crow has to walk 94 feet to get to the other side. You know these kids are taken care of, though, with him. And that's a nice block by Newton. Randolph fouled there hard by Caleb Bryant. And Mike McKee called for a bench warning. Talk to you about Jim and Carrie. Jim McLaughlin, Carrie, Guerin, Boyle. Wonderful realtors in the area. If you're looking to buy or sell a house, make sure you call up Jim and Carrie. You got their contact information here. They are wonderful advocates for you as you're trying to buy or sell a house. They help me and my wife. And again, consummate professionals. Two folks that know the industry well, know all the players. And if you're looking to make that competitive offer or get that best value for your house, there's no one I would trust more than Jim McLaughlin and Carrie Guerin Boyle of the Carrie Guerin Boyle team at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Fox and Roach Realtors. A proud sponsor of LaSalle College High School Athletics. Sam Brown dives to the tin. Everything but the bucket. It's a really nice drive from Sam Brown. You'll take that look 100 times out of 100. Step back three, Randolph. The lefty with a smooth shot has been really good tonight. 3 minutes left in this one. Jackson Conroy, a good look from three, no good. And Wood is still running down the floor. There is no off switch. Jalen Stinson to the bucket. They lead 73-47. Timeout called Mike McKee with 2:35 to go. Time to talk to you about our friends at E&M Insurance, a wonderful full-service insurance provider in North Wales, Pennsylvania, run by Chris Marr from the class of 1989 and the father of Brendan from 2018 and Ryan from the class of 2020. Servicing the Delaware Valley and their insurance needs since 1988, they can help provide solutions for your business or personal insurance on all levels, excelling at finding the best coverage at the best rates. And for any of you in the LaSalle community who have youthful drivers, yeah, I know that can certainly jack up the insurance prices a little bit. So go to E&M to get a great quote with a wonderful agency. Chris does a great job and is a proud sponsor of LaSalle College High School Athletics and Bob Long Sports. Caleb Bryant fouled in the act of shooting. It's good to see Bryant getting run. He's started each of the past few games, didn't see a lot of time in the second half. Unfortunately for the Explorers, this one, an opportunity to play some guys that you're trying to work into the lineup here. But Bryant, a guy that they're so excited about at 6'8", again, still growing, and an opportunity to really solidify that footwork and become a force in the Philadelphia Catholic League. They're really excited about what he can bring to the table, and I think that class, Caleb Bryant, Horace Simmons in the sophomore class, that has an opportunity to be really special in a couple of years. A long pass, Stinson there. 75-47. And Archbishop Wood, if they can elicit turnovers in the way they have tonight, they're going to be tough for anybody to beat. Their margin of victory in the first 2 games of the season. He's hit there as he went up for the layup. Caleb Bryant, another 2 at the line. But you'd have to say through 2 games, this is the team to beat. Archbishop Wood is going to play Newman Goretti on Sunday. That was the makeup of the Tuesday night game that was rescheduled. But seeing both, and yes, just a snapshot in time. Boy, this Archbishop Wood team can really play. And I think seeing Fab Heisier Miller against Rasul Diggins, that's going to be a lot of fun. Rob Wright against Jalen Stinson, sign me up. That should be a heck of a game this weekend. Bryant's able to get it back, puts it up through traffic, and he is fouled. He'll shoot another 2 at the line. Many of the things we thought about this Archbishop Wood team has certainly come true. A team of juniors did not graduate anybody. They only had 7 points per game on average off the bench last year. I would say more of the same. Randolph has been huge for this team. Diggins, obviously, the marshal here, the engineer of the offense. Jalen Stinson, so good defensively, active hands. And as a facilitator offensively, Munir Newton gets busy down low, and Deshaun Shepard, he can jump to the moon, but also has a good-looking three-point shot. Hit 2 in a row earlier today. Foul called against number 35, Ryan Sorge. Sorge, a wide receiver for the football team for LaSalle, had a nice role this year, and he gets some action in the final 2 minutes today. Foul's actually going to go against Connor Donahue. This is Tyson Allen, the 6'2 junior, just checking into the game for Archbishop Wood. An opportunity to get a bunch of different guys into the game. Dan Pryor checked in, as does Josh Reed, the freshman guard for Archbishop Wood. For LaSalle, it's Sorge, Williams, Conroy, Donahue, and then Caleb Bryant. Donahue with his back to the basket. Nearly gets that one to fall. Bryant working hard all the way to the final whistle. He's going to get called for the foul, but Mike McKee's got to like that effort here, playing all the way to the last whistle. Yeah, I think LaSalle's going to look back at this game, and certainly say, hey, time to turn the page, move on. There's a lot of learning opportunities here. Turned the ball over a few too many times, a few too many offensive rebounds, but on the other side of the basketball, they did some good things and were just outplayed tonight by a phenomenal Archbishop Wood team that I'm excited to see the rest of the way. Remember, when the game's over here, remember to give us a follow at Bob Long Sports on Twitter and follow this YouTube page that you're watching. You can just get to the Bob Long Sports page itself beyond just this game. You should be able to hit the subscribe button, and you'll be able to get the content for all of our broadcasts, LaSalle and otherwise, going forward. Working hard for the Philadelphia community to provide quality content and broadcasting services, and glad you're with us here tonight. Connor Cyberlick checked into the game for LaSalle. Gets a good look from the baseline. Pryor gets to the hoop, flips it up, no good. There's a big-time offensive rebound. Crazy skirmish down low, and LaSalle comes up with it. Final minute. There's Barczyk. Timothy Jennings gets into the hole. No good. Couldn't quite get it to go from the lane. Nice catch. Drive to the hoop. Jennings is going to be called for the foul. Final 15 seconds of this one. Cyberlek, no good from 3. And a foul call with 5 seconds left. Tell you one more time about our friends at Franchoice. Patrick Donahue, the guy there, a great sponsor of ours here at Bob Long Sports and of LaSalle Athletics. And if you know someone who is in a career transition, you need coaching to figure out how to do so and how to make your big dreams come true. Whether it's a business of your own or if you're looking for a new job, you can get free coaching from Patrick Donahue at Franchoice. Final few seconds of this one, and Archbishop Wood decisively tonight takes down LaSalle 78-50. A lot of good things from both sides, but Archbishop Wood flexing the muscles in the Philadelphia Catholic lead, leading to a big-time matchup this coming weekend between Newman Goretti and Archbishop Wood. And for LaSalle, the beat goes on. They're 0-2, but yes, they took on the 2 best teams in the Philadelphia Catholic League, or arguably so. Roman Catholic begs to differ, but 2 of the best teams, no doubt, in the Catholic League, and they'll move on to a game against Archbishop Carroll, which is going to be February the 8th at 6 o'clock. Next up, they'll head to Bishop McDevitt on February the 12th, and then they'll head to Cardinal O'Hara, first of 3 straight road games. Undetermined if we'll be able to call any of those. Certainly won't be able to go to O'Hara. We'll see certainly about Archbishop Carroll and Bishop McDevitt. But appreciate everybody being with us here tonight. I'm Bob Long, saying so long from LaSalle College High School, and your final 78